Hello students, it is the first day of fifth lesson heat from science section first. Generally, we are using heat and temperature in the same sense. Just you open the first page or the starting introduction of the lesson, you will get some questions. That question will speak with you, it will conversation with you, that is what is the difference in between heat and the temperature. Just try to understand what is the difference in between heat and temperature. Heat is the energy stored in an object. When you are going to touch any object, you will feel it is a hot or a cold. Why it is a hot? Because when object stores energy, definitely it will become hot. And when that object loses energy, then definitely it is cold. But by observing only hot and cold, we can't get the energy, how much energy it has stored. But what happens because of this energy? See, this one is an object within which these are two molecules for understanding we have considered. If you provide the heat to this totally object, then this molecule will absorb the heat, and as it absorbs the heat, its vibration starts to increases. That means it starts to move. As it is moving, definitely it has in having the kinetic energy. Then average kinetic energy of all such particles is nothing but what? Temperature. That is, temperature is what? It is a physical measure of a heat. How much heat is there? We can't get only by touching the object. We want how much heat that object contain in numericals, and so temperature with the help of thermometer we are using this. So how heat is measured? Heat is measured in calorie or joules. SI joules, then Celsius calorie. But temperature is measured in different units. It may be in the Kelvin, it may be in the Fahrenheit, it may be in the degree Celsius. So what is the unit or what is the instrument by which we can measure the temperature? This is thermometer. But what is a instrument by which we can measure the heat? That is calorimeter. That is the difference in between heat and temperature. Just move to the next point. What will happen when you provide heat to solid? See, solid means what? Solid is that object or that substance in which molecules or atoms are very close to each other, so they having the rigid shape. They will not move, so it having the shape. But when you move, when you supply the heat to that object, definitely what is going to happen? This object starts to absorb the heat, and its heat stored capacity starts to increase. That means indirectly temperature increases. As heat increases, these molecules starts to vibrate, and as it is vibrating, the bond in between two particles breaks, and that particles are little further apart from each other, and they can move easily, and that phase will convert into liquid phase. And so by providing heat to the solid, because of that heat, solid will convert into liquid. Suppose you continue that heating further, then what will happen? See here, when you are providing heat to a liquid, again that object starts to absorb heat, and the particles will vibrate with large velocity. That is, it will have more kinetic energy. And because of that more kinetic energy, that substance which was liquid, now it has converted into gaseous. So, got this point? Why solids convert into liquid and liquid converts into gaseous? Because of that heat? Definitely. Once again we should move towards this one. When solid absorb heat, kinetic energy of particle increases, and they will go little apart from each other, so solid will convert into liquid. And when again you further heat that material, so again more energy it will store, and kinetic energy get increased, and due to more kinetic energy, now the gaseous particles will move here and there, and so it is called as a gases. So heat is that factor which affect the phase of a material. Because of increasing heat, solid will convert into liquid and liquid will convert into gaseous. Suppose you want to remove heat from that object, then definitely gaseous will convert into liquid and liquid will convert into solid. So what is the process by which solid converts into liquid? See, if you focus on this one, this part, when solid convert into liquid, this is called as what? Melt. So it is melting. So what is melting? The process by which solid converts into liquid, that process is called as melting. Then what about the liquid and gases? The process by which liquid converts into gaseous, that process is called as what? Evaporation. What is this one? It is evaporation. Then, is there any process to convert gases into liquid? By providing heat it will happen. But if you are going to remove the heat from that object, gases will convert into again liquid by removing the heat, and this is called as what? Condensation. So what is condensation? Condensation is a process by which gaseous converts into liquid. Okay, again you continue to remove heat, then what will happen? Definitely liquid also convert into solid. So what is this one? This is nothing but what? This is freezing. So how many activities are there? There are 4 activities. Number 1, solid converts into liquid, melting. Liquid converts into gaseous, evaporation. Gases converts into liquid, condensation, and liquid converts into solid, that is called as freezing. But see here, what is going to happen? Suppose solid we are considering this one as ice. Then liquid we are going to consider this one as a what? That is the water. And for example gaseous, we are considering this one what? Vapor. For example. Now, what is the temperature of the ice? Definitely it is below melting point, that is below 0 degree Celsius. So we have taken the ice and starts to melt it. Then what is going to happen? Where it is in solid state, definitely it starts to absorb the heat. But by absorbing heat, its temperature is 0 degree Celsius, it will not change. See, generally what should happen? When you provide heat to a substance, definitely as increasing heat, definitely temperature should be increased or not. But one new thing is going to happen. See what that thing? When solid is converting into liquid, when solid completely converting into liquid, while converting, it will absorb heat, but temperature will not increase. That means at constant temperature. Means what? When ice you start to heat, at the point at which ice will not convert totally into liquid, up to that point it will absorb the heat, but temperature will not increase. Why it is so? Because it will absorb heat to break the bonds in between the molecules, to get separate and to change the phase. Here is also, when water has converted, ice has converted totally into water, then only temperature starts to increase, but again it reaches to the 100 degrees Celsius, that is the boiling point, and after boiling point, the rate of evaporation gets increased. But here, at that time, after 100 degrees Celsius, temperature will not increase, but it will absorb the heat and totally evaporation will be there. So here is also the phase liquid has converted into gases, and all that energy will be absorbed by that object without changing temperature. So at constant temperature, to change the phase, that means solids to liquid and liquid to gaseous, to change this phase, that object will absorb energy without changing the temperature. Means at constant temperature, to change the phase, it will absorb energy, and that amount of energy is nothing but what? Specific latent heat. So what is specific latent heat? The amount of heat, energy absorbed by the substance, why? To change its phase, is a specific latent heat of that substance. So how many kind of changes are there? There are two kind of changes. First, solid to liquid, so it is latent heat of fusion, and liquid to gaseous, that means it is a latent heat of vaporization. So let's discuss with one example. Suppose this is the activity we are going to demonstrate now, or we are going to discuss now. What is here? This is the base on which we have kept what? Stand. Below the stand we having the burner. On the stand we having one vessel. Within the vessel there are ice pieces. That is ice cube or ice pieces are there. Then one thermometer has introduced within that one to measure the temperature of this material. Now temperature is at 0 degrees Celsius. Why 0 degrees Celsius? Because it is the melting and freezing point of a water. Then this thermometer is installed to the stand to make it firm. Then when you start to heat this, definitely the heat is provided to this ice. Ice will absorb the heat continuously and it starts to melt. That means now ice cubes also there and little water at base gate starts to deposit. But see here, as it is absorbing the heat for first few minutes, temperature of that mixture or temperature of this material or ice will not increase. So what happened here? Ice absorbing the heat, starting melting, or it has started to melt, but without increase in the temperature. At which point it will start to increase the temperature? Up to whole ice cubes will not convert into water, that means whole solid will not convert into water at that point. It will not change or there will not be change in the temperature. So what happened here? See here, from point A to B. Point A to B, that means near about 4 minutes in our demonstration or our discussion. Here, without changing the temperature, definitely what happened? Here we are going to measure what? Time, and here we are going to measure temperature in degree Celsius. For first few minutes, it has absorbed the heat without changing temperature, because here this heat has absorbed to convert the phase. Ice was in the solid phase and now it is converting into liquid phase. So totally at point B, total ice has converted into water, and here from point B, when total ice has converted into liquid, that is water, then it started to increase, temperature started to increase. So here at constant temperature, that material has absorbed heat to change the phase. So what is this one? This is the latent heat of fusion. So after B to C, there is a continuous increase in the temperature. It absorbing heat and temperature has also increased. But see here, at point C, the temperature reaches towards near about 100 degrees Celsius. So we having here boiling water. So after that one, rate of evaporation has increased, and here's the highest evaporation. But after, if you heat this material or this water, then definitely it will absorb heat, but there will not be change in the temperature. At constant temperature of 100 degree, it will absorb heat, and that absorbed heat is used to break the bonds in between that liquid to convert into gaseous state. So what is this one? So see here, in phase A to B, there was an ice and water. That means ice was converting into water. So solid was converted into liquid. So when solid was converting into liquid, it has absorbed heat but no change in temperature. What about B to C? Only it was water. And when it was water, definitely liquid was there, only one phase, there is not a change in the phase. So as you are providing the heat, definitely temperature also increase. But after reaching point C and to D, now it was boiling water, and because of evaporation, water was converting into gaseous, that was liquid was converting into gaseous. So here is also change in phase. So liquid plus gaseous was there, and so there is also not change in temperature, though it was absorbing the heat. So finally we reach to the concept. Which are these two concepts? See here, the amount of heat energy absorbed at constant temperature. What was the temperature here? Ice plus water? 0. Though it was absorbing the heat. So the amount of heat, how much heat it is absorbed? That amount of heat absorbed at constant temperature by unit mass of solid. Unit mass, CGS, gram. If you are going to consider SI unit, that is kilogram, that is unit mass. Unit means 1. It may be 1 gram of water, or it may be 1 kilogram of water. Water may be the material. By unit mass of a solid, to convert into liquid phase is called specific latent heat of fusion. That means when solid to liquid, this conversion is there, that latent heat is called as latent heat of fusion. Now second is there, when it was at boiling point, that is 100 degrees Celsius, at 100 degrees Celsius temperature remained same, but it was absorbing the heat to convert this phase. So this is also one latent heat. So what is that? Amount of heat energy absorbed at constant temperature by unit mass 1 gram or 1 kilogram of a liquid to convert into gaseous phase is called the specific latent heat of vaporization. Here change of phase is liquid to gaseous. So when change of phase is from solid to liquid, latent heat of fusion, and when it is liquid to gaseous, it is specific latent heat of evaporation. Let me clear with this example. Consider water. What is the melting point of water? Melting point of water is 0 degrees Celsius. That means, what is the specific latent heat of fusion? See here, it is 333 kilojoule per kilogram. That means, if you are going to take 1 kilogram of ice and want to convert into 0 degrees Celsius water, that means change in phase. 0 degrees Celsius ice to total 0 degrees Celsius of water first, that is change in the phase. Then it will consume or it will absorb 333 kilojoule heat, but temperature remains same, that is 0 degrees Celsius. So 333 kilojoule per kilogram is a latent heat of fusion of a water. Then it is situation heat. See, if you consider 1 gram of ice of 0 degree Celsius and you want to convert into 0 degree Celsius 1 gram water, that means change in phase 0 degree ice to 0 degree water, totally change in phase. So without changing the temperature, it will convert and consume or it will absorb 80 calories heat to change the phase. Like this one, it is for fusion. So next is here, it is for vaporization. See, boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. So what is the specific latent heat of vaporization? It is 2256 kilojoule per kilogram. That means if you are having boiling water of 100 degrees Celsius 1 kg, so to convert it into vapors of 100 degrees Celsius, it will consume 2256 kilojoule energy. It will absorb that much energy, but it will not change the temperature. So what about this one? It is a CGS. It is 540 calorie per gram. That means you having 1 gram of water, boiling water of 100 degrees Celsius, and you want to convert that into vapor of 100 degrees Celsius. That means change in phase from liquid to gaseous, it will consume or it will absorb 540 calories heat, but temperature remains at 100 degree Celsius. Let's discuss this one with one more example. We have considered material as a gold. What is the melting point of a gold? Melting point of gold is 1063 degrees Celsius. That means if you having a solid gold and you want to convert into liquid, so if you start to provide the heat, its temperature will reach up to 1063 degrees Celsius. Within that time it starts to convert into liquid, but after 1063 degrees Celsius it will not show the increase in temperature, though it is absorbing heat. Why? Because how much heat it will absorb? For 1 kg of gold, it will absorb near about 144 kilojoule energy, and then it will totally converts into liquid. Solid is of 1060 degrees Celsius, so liquid is also of 1063 degrees Celsius. So this is the latent heat of fusion per kilogram. Then suppose you are having 1 gram of gold. So if you start to heat it, it will reach at the temperature of 1063 degrees Celsius. Within that one, it starts to melt, but temperature will be constant at this stage, and it will absorb 15.3 calories, and then it will convert totally into liquid 1 gram gold, which is of temperature 1063 degrees Celsius. So same thing is there. Boiling point of gold is 2700 degrees Celsius. After this, it starts to increase the height because total gold is in liquid. And after reaching 2700 degrees Celsius, again temperature remains constant, and that 1 kg of gold will absorb 1580 kilojoule to convert totally that liquid gold into gaseous gold. Example, kilojoule. Then if your gold is 1 gram and the temperature of that gold is 2700 degrees Celsius, which is in liquid, then it starts to convert into what? Gaseous one. And to convert total gases, so at this constant temperature, it will consume 392 calorie to convert the phase. So like this one we should understand for the all remaining examples. So what is latent heat of fusion and diffusion? Got it clear?